Okay, we are finishing up 1-4 today. We made it all the way down to the ranges of sine and cosine, tangent and cotangent, secant and cosecant. So you might have noticed when you are doing your trig table project that whenever you found sine, it varied between two different numbers. Like if you found sine of, I don't know, 37 degrees, it didn't spit out a number at you that was like 41. If you plug in sine of, I don't know, 100 degrees, it still doesn't spit out to you an answer of 41. Do you remember what kind of numbers you were getting out when you found sine, no matter what angle it was? Think back to your trig table. What were all your sine values looking like? I wonder if I have a copy of it. Oh, I do. Let's look. Let's look at just the sine column. So the smallest angle I could have is 0, right? So it looks like I'm going to start off getting sine values of 0. And then look, they get a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. They keep getting bigger, keep getting bigger, keep getting bigger. But eventually, there's 45 degrees getting bigger. Let's start on the next side, looking down the sine column. Still getting bigger, getting bigger, getting bigger. But eventually, it maxes out. Well, Miss Avia, your table stops at 90. What happens if you do 95 degrees? Try it. Do sine of 95 degrees on your calculator and see what comes out. Yeah, it starts going back, right? That's interesting. So try sine of, I don't know, 140 degrees. Isn't that interesting? Try sine of any number you can think of. Try a bunch of them. Try a huge number, try a negative number, try a decimal. Just take a whole bunch of sine values. What's coming out? Let me ask you this. Do you ever get a negative? No. You're never going to get a negative out. All right, that's interesting. And did you ever get anything? So I never got anything less than 0. If I always got out positive numbers no matter what I put in. Did you ever get out anything bigger than 1? No. How interesting. So it basically just keeps cycling back. Yeah. How? What'd you put in?
Put in a huge number.
What is your number?
669,673,985.
Oh, I did too. Well, that's weird. Huh. Well, that defeats everything that I was just going to tell you. That is so strange. It shouldn't, though. Oh, you know why? I think I do know why. Hold on, let me try something. Oh, yes, okay. Scratch everything I just said. Well, I'll just put a little disclaimer in my video. I take that back. You can get negatives, but will you ever get past -1? That's what ends up happening. Yeah, because it depends on what quadrant you're in, right? Because if you end up in 3, yeah, these two will have negative signs. You're absolutely right. Sorry. Okay. Basically, what's happening is that you're going to cycle through. We're going to be doing another project soon where you graph the values of sine, and they're going to fluctuate like this, where the highest you ever go is +1 and the lowest you'll ever go is -1. So you're never going to get out of this range. Does that make sense? Sorry. Okay, so for sine, I can go in between -1 and +1. Actually, let's put a sign on in there. Let's do sine of theta instead. Make it more clear. So, no matter what sine is, you should be fluctuating in between -1 and +1. Yeah.
I put like 8 zeros and a 7 and I got 1.22.
Oh my gosh. And it's sine? And you're in the right mode? Tell me again.
There's 0.807.
Wait, 0 point, and then 8 zeros? And then a what?
7.
Oh, do you have an E at the end?
No.
There's no E?
What's this times 10 to the
Yes, that's scientific notation. So that means that, like mine has, yours just has times 10 to the negative whatever. That means it's a decimal point with, in my case, 11 zeros and then that number. Yeah, so that actually is. Okay, I'm not totally wrong again. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's literally like this crazy number and then 1, 2, 5, whatever you have. Okay. Whew. I'm like, wow. Am I that far off today? All right, good. So let's talk cosine. What happened with cosine in your trig tables? Well, if you look at how cosine starts off. Whoa, there we are. Cosine starts off high at a small angle, and then it gets lower, 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 lower. Lower, 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 lower. And then I do end up hitting 0. This is all still in the first quadrant though. So if I went into my other quadrants, I would be able to hit negatives again, but I'm never going to get out of the range of +1 to -1. So it happens to be the same thing. My cosine values will only stay between negative and +1. Oh, it's just interesting that where cosine starts off high, sine started low, right? And then they switch. So hopefully you answered for me that question, why you think that is in your trig table project. Let's see if we can get to tangent and cotangent. Oh, we won't yet.